Are we on the call?
Yes,
Who is this?
Vishal.
Which office are you from?
I am from the Andheri office.
Do some members in your conference call speak like this? There is a certain language or terminology that has to be used in a conference call. My name is Piyush Bhatia and I am the founder and CEO of English Speaking Institute Private Limited. With me we have Vishal Lazarus, who is a corporate soft skills trainer and also a trainer with English Speaking. Hi Vishal.
Hi.
We welcome you to Season 2 of English Speaking radio channel Business English. Today is the 7th episode of Season 2, which is titled 10 Business English Phrases for a Conference Call. Tighten your seatbelts and get ready to learn 10 Business English Phrases for a Conference Call. Vishal, what is the first thing I say when I join a teleconference call or a video conference call?
The most important thing when you join the call is to let everybody know who you are and where you're from. So, the first thing you say is an introduction which goes like this. This is Vishal Lazarus, trainer from the Mumbai Andheri office.
What should I say if someone interrupts when someone else is speaking?
So, interruptions are a very common occurrence during all conference calls because we can't see the person, we don't know who's going to speak. But if somebody interrupts, you must always tell them to allow the previous person to finish. For example, if somebody interrupts, the phrase to use is, "Sorry Rahul, could we let Tina complete please?"
Oh, thanks Vishal. How do I ask someone to add something to the conversation?
So generally during conference calls, along with your information, you always have a team. When you want somebody from your team at another location to add to what you're saying, you need to inform them, you need to inform everybody who's going to say it. Business English phrase to use would be, "Manoj in Delhi, do you have anything you would like to add?"
Vishal, what if I want to add something to the conversation?
Right. So, like we just asked Manoj to add something, if a conversation is going on and you have an important point that you want to add, again, you need to announce and introduce yourself so that people know who's adding and what. The phrase you can use is, "This is Vishal in Mumbai. Could I add something to the topic?"
Wow, Vishal, it is very natural that one faces technical problems in a teleconference call or a video conference call. So, what are some of the phrases that one can use to manage technical problems?
So, technical problems are something that are completely unavoidable. There are three main technical problems that we would go through during conference calls. One is if someone on the other line is not loud enough. Now, you can't tell them, "I can't hear you, speak loudly." The correct phrase to use would be, "I'm afraid we can't hear you very well. Could you please speak up?" The second technical problem is sometimes there is a problem at our end from our phone line. We need to inform people that there is a problem at our end and that something is happening. The correct phrase to use here would be, "I think there's a problem with the line. We're looking into it now. Please give us a moment." The third and most common one that we face would be when we cannot hear the other people on the line. The line keeps breaking and keeps cutting. At that point of time, we only need to tell them, "Unfortunately, we are unable to hear what you are saying." This is the most polite way to inform them and tell them that they have a technical problem.
At English Speaking, we conduct Business English course where we train you to use Business English in your day-to-day business communication. To know more about our courses, log on to our website www.bmconsultantsindia.com. Vishal, there's definitely an agenda for a conference call. Now there are many points to be discussed in a conference call. What do I say when I want the participants to discuss the next point?
So, if you are chairing the call or if you are in charge of the call, whenever you want to change the point and move on to the next point on the agenda, you simply say, "Could we please move to the next point on the agenda, which is production cost? Tarun in Chennai, could you tell us something about the proposed numbers, please?"
Wow, That is very useful. What if we need to introduce someone new in the room?
This is another common occurrence. Usually, people on the conference call would ask you to bring in a person with certain expertise that you may not have. When this person enters the room, you, as you are already on the call, you must introduce them. So, the phrase that you can use is, "One moment, please. Neha from HR has just joined us." At this point, if Neha needs to speak, that is when she will introduce herself and say hello.
Vishal, in a video conference call or a teleconference call, sometimes we review documents, PowerPoint slides, Excel spreadsheets, the data that is being discussed. How do we ask for silence if we need to review a document?
Oh, that's a brilliant question. Usually, what happens is when other locations send us documentation, we need to concentrate and look, especially if it's an Excel spreadsheet or it's got numbers. At this point of time, you need to inform everybody that you are going through the spreadsheet so that you can understand it better. The correct phrase you can use is, "Sorry everyone, we're looking at the Excel spreadsheets now. Please give us a minute."
Vishal, I'm told you have a bonus phrase in this episode.
I do. Thank you so much for being with us. As a bonus, here's how you end a conference call. The correct phrase to use when you end the conference call would be, "We will circulate the minutes of the call within an hour. We appreciate each of you joining us from your location."
Listeners, you are listening to BM English Speaking Radio channel and feel free to download transcript of this and all our podcasts on www.bmconsultantsindia.com. Thank you, Vishal, for educating us on business English lessons.
It's always a pleasure.
I'm convinced that listeners will use all these business English phrases that Vishal has taught us today. With that, we come to the end of the episode 70 of season 2 by BM English Speaking Radio channel. Feel free to download this episode from www.bmconsultantsindia.com/number 70. In the next episode, Vishal will help us learn 10 business English phrases for PowerPoint presentations. Thank you for listening.